filter, aka pop screen, aka popper stopper, a small but mighty helper in your vocal sessions. What is their job and which ones work best for you? Well, I've gathered a variety of pop filters and I'm going to test every single one of them in this video, and I'm going to give you my evaluation and my top picks. Spoiler alert, I've put the links to my top picks in the description below, but the reasons why I chose them are coming up. Welcome to the vocal booth. When it comes to recording vocals, every piece of setup matters, and one that often gets overlooked but can make a massive difference in your recordings is a pop filter. A pop filter, also known as a pop screen or a popper stopper, is a barrier. It's usually made of mesh or metal, and it sits between your mouth and the microphone. Its job is to reduce plosives. Now, plosives are harsh bursts of air, like a P or a B, T, K, B. Pop screens filter out those plosives while allowing good sounds to come through to your microphone. Without a pop filter, these plosives hit your mic's diaphragm and cause distortion or pops or unwanted sounds like saliva noises. And the problem is that those noises are difficult and time-consuming to clean up in post-production. Pop filters also help protect your microphone from moisture when you're spitting all over the place. One of the things that I personally love about having a pop filter, which I don't right now because we're going to do some testing, is that when there's a pop filter like here in front of the microphone, it helps with mic positioning. So if I've got my eyes closed when I'm singing and I'm right up on my pop filter, I know I'm not gonna bump the microphone. And it's the agreed upon position that I've talked about with my engineer where I can hear the sweet spot in my singing. So there are basically three categories that you'll find on the market. There's windscreens, there's nylon pop filters, and there's metal pop filters. I've collected some of the most popular ones, and together we're gonna test them in this video, and you're gonna see which ones work best. I picked the most plosive heavy song that I could think of. It's an old Ella Fitzgerald recording called A Tisket a Tasket. I played a really quick, simple piano track for it. I'm gonna test each of these pop filters through the same song. One note I wanna make for those of you who are developing your craft, when you're a professional session singer or recording artist, you actually train yourself to minimize the plosives in your recordings, but today I'm actually going to emphasize them, overemphasize them, and really make these pop filters work for us. Okay, so test number one, this is my U87. I'm gonna sing this song with no filter at all. Let's go.
A tisket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket. I sent a letter to my mommy, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it, I dropped it. Yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket.
That sounded awful. It's what I would call a noisy take. You can really hear the breath hitting the microphone on the plosives. And another thing I hear is a lot of fricatives, which are the th and the f sounds, which makes sense because they ride on the breath too. Okay, test number two, windscreens. Windscreens are covers that slip directly over your microphone. Most of them are made out of foam, and others are furry, like this one. This is called a dead cat. I promise you I did not make that up. That is the industry standard name for this guy. This is used mostly for dialogue in filming. It slips over a boom mic or a shotgun mic. It's long. I'm not gonna test this one today because its role is primarily for outdoor filming and dialogue. Yeah. But this one goes with my microphone. I wanna see what it does for us. So we're gonna slip it over like this and we're gonna test it. A windscreen's main job is in its name, to screen from the wind. So it helps reduce background noise. And because I'm in a treated studio, I don't have a lot of background noise. And the question I have today is, how does this do for plosives? So let's test it.
She went trucking on down the avenue without a single thing to do. She went peck, peck, pecking all around. When she spied it on the ground, she took it, she took it, she took my yellow basket. And if she doesn't bring it back, I think that I will die.
Interesting. That actually helped a lot, especially regarding the air, the breath. The breaths were more even. And even the fricatives, the th and the f were much better. They were caught in this. The plosives, though, were still too present. This really doesn't work for plosives. This is for breath. This is for air. If I was a really breathy singer, this would be very helpful, but not for plosives. This is the Chaotica Eyeball. This one's an older version. It comes with a nylon pop screen. The newer versions actually have silicone pop screens on them. The reason I wanted to show you this is because if you weren't in a treated room like I am, this is kind of a fun little invention that that helps simulate a recording booth. I'm not actually going to test this today. The hole is too small to fit over my microphone. If you guys want, maybe in another video, I will test these. I'll even get the newer version and we'll compare and see how it works. I've used this for a while. I used it in an apartment situation years ago, and it actually did a pretty good job. I put a link to the company below if you want to check it out. Final thoughts on windscreens. Windscreens are definitely most effective for reducing wind, like their name, or ambient noises, which does come in handy if you don't have a treated vocal booth. But they didn't do a great job filtering out the plosives. They do a much better job filtering out the ambient noise. So let's move on to two main types of true pop filters, nylon and metal. So the first nylon filter I want to show you is this. It's the Aokeo. Here's the box. I paid $13 for this on Amazon. The link's below if you want to buy it. It's a 6-inch diameter double nylon screen, which helps slow down the burst of air as it's going through the pop filter into your microphone. All of these attach the same way. It's got this clamp you just unscrew to loosen, put it up on your microphone, screw it down to tighten it. So let's test it.
A tisket, a tasket, I lost my yellow basket. I sent a letter to my mommy, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it, yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket.
Interesting. That actually helped a lot. You can hear that a true pop filter is designed to reduce plosives. You know what? It's not bad for 13 bucks. Okay, so the second nylon pop filter that I got is this Nady Systems 6-inch pop filter. It's nylon. Here's what it looks like. Hold on one second. Actually much more substantial than this Aokeo. It's a little bit bigger, you can see. The tube is much more substantial. It's also got a double nylon screen, which I like. I paid $30 for this on Amazon. Very high rated. Let's test it and see how it does.
She went trucking on down the avenue without a single thing to do. She went pecking all around. When she spied it on the ground, she took it, she took my yellow basket. And if she doesn't bring it back, I think that I will die.
Wow, I actually really like the tone of this one. I'm still pushing those plosives, but they have a nice sonic quality to them. You can hear the pop filter catch the plosives in the nylon netting. It's like it softens the plosive sound while dampening it. Both the plosives and the breaths are more pleasant to listen to. Moving on to metal pop filters. These metal mesh pop filters are designed with thin metal. You can see the holes. They're perforated. The thing I like about the metal ones, honestly, is that they're so much easier to clean. When the person before you spits all over the pop filter, you can easily wipe it away before putting your mouth on it, because that's really disgusting. I get my mouth right on my pop filters, and I do not want to put my mouth on somebody else's spit. It's disgusting. This one is the SE Electronics Metal Pop Shield. It's very highly rated. I've had this one for years. I've had it so long, it doesn't even have the pretty plastic frame around it. If you buy today's version, you will get the pretty plastic frame. However, I'm going to test it out today because it's going to work the same way. It runs about $25 at the time of this recording. The link's below. Let's test it and see how it does.
I sent a letter to my mommy, and on the way I dropped it. I dropped it, yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket.
I hear the metal redirecting the sound, whereas the nylon filter was catching the sound. It's interesting. Okay, and this is the Proscreen XL, the Big Daddy. It's bigger than the other two. In fact, here it is compared to the Nady Systems. It measures a little bit bigger, 8 inches in diameter, I believe. I paid $85 for this on Amazon. The link's below if you want to check it out. The gooseneck is very substantial. This thing's not going anywhere. They're all designed to bend, but it's nice and sturdy. The mount is very sturdy. The idea behind this is that the holes are designed to reflect the air down and away from the microphone. I mean, I can actually kind of hear it doing that. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work for us. So let's test it out and see how it does.
I dropped it, yes, on the way I dropped it. A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket. She went trucking on down the avenue without a single thing to do. She went pecking all around when she spied it on the ground.
This one definitely redirected the plosives. Again, I was popping those P's so hard. And if I was singing normally, I think this would be my favorite pick in all of them. I like the sonic quality of the airflow because rather than catching or stopping the airflow, it just redirected it to a different angle of the microphone. I like that. Final thoughts. The Proscreen is a splurge for sure, $85. But if you were considering this as part of your vocal chain, I would highly recommend it. I think it would be a valuable addition. And I do love being able to clean my metal pop filter. My second choice is the Nady Systems. I really liked the way it softened the sound, and I liked the way it warmed it. It's not that expensive. It's a medium-priced pop filter. It'll last for years. It's well made. It mounted easily, and it was easy to adjust. And my third option would be the budget pick, the Aokeo. If you can only afford $13, get this. It definitely helps stop the plosives, and hopefully you're not going to hit them as hard as I did. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if there are other tests that I can do for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, just keep singing.